On another unusually quiet night in Gotham City, the shimmering lights illuminated the towering buildings. While the city slept, someone was planning their next move. That night was not going to be peaceful, as a mysterious figure appeared, stealthily moving through the shadows with grace and silence. It was Selina Kyle, also known as Catwoman. Selina was no ordinary thief. She was skilled at climbing buildings and moving between rooftops with the agility of a cat, known for only stealing from the rich. Her target that night was an extremely rare piece of jewelry on display at the Gotham City Museum. The jewel was guarded by the latest security technologies, but for Catwoman, this was just another challenge. At that time, Batman was patrolling the city's streets, observing everything from afar. He had heard reports of mysterious thefts in the wealthy districts, and he suspected that Catwoman was behind them. Selina had caught his attention, not just because of her daring actions, but because there was something in her character that made him feel she was not just any ordinary thief. That night, as Selina neared the jewel, Batman sensed her movements. He leaped from one of the rooftops and suddenly appeared before her, blocking her path. It was their first face-to-face encounter. Batman, the game is over, Selina. Selina, smirking. A game? We haven't even started yet. And so began an exciting chase. Catwoman, with her agility and speed, leaped between buildings, trying to escape, while Batman pursued her using his technological tools. The chase was like a dangerous dance between them. At moments, they were very close, and in other moments, she slipped away like a shadow impossible to catch. Selina reached an old clock tower in the middle of the city, where she stopped to catch her breath. Batman was closing in on her, but she wasn't ready for a direct confrontation. Selina, you know I only steal from the guilty, right? Batman in a firm voice, but theft is still theft. Justice doesn't choose its victims. Selina began to realize that Batman was unlike the other enemies she had faced before. There was a darkness within him, but he was also committed to justice, and that unexpectedly impressed her. However, Selina was not ready to surrender. With cunning and intelligence, she threw a small smoke bomb, attempting to disappear into the shadows once more. But this time, Batman was prepared. He used his sensors to track her and managed to catch her before she could escape. Yet instead of arresting her, their conversation took a different turn. Batman wasn't entirely sure of her intentions. He felt there was something deeper behind her actions. Selina wasn't stealing just for greed. She had her own reasons in a world filled with corruption. After Selina managed to slip away from Batman in a clever way, Batman realized that things had become more complicated. Catwoman was more than just a thief. She had her own goals and reasons, and their relationship was far more complex than it appeared. A complicated bond starts to form between Batman and Selina, a mix of confrontation and attraction. Every time they meet, there's a new challenge, whether it's a thrilling rooftop chase or a deep conversation about justice and freedom. Batman finds himself struggling with his feelings towards Catwoman, knowing she has a good side, but cannot ignore the fact that she's a criminal. At the end of the episode, as Selina disappears into the distance, Batman stands on a rooftop, watching the city and pondering the challenge ahead. How can he deal with someone who captivates his heart, yet breaks the law? The events continue to escalate, and Batman knows this confrontation won't be the last. Catwoman will always remain a mystery, hard to solve, and as their relationship grows more complex, Batman stays ready to face any new challenge that comes his way.